Hello to all. Welcome in my biology classes for 12th RBSc and CBSE English medium students. Today our second chapter, sexual reproduction in angiospermic plants. It is very important for your board examination as well as NEET examination. So first we discuss about the topics which is related to this chapter, and after then we will explain it. First, structure of flower. That means you have to learn the terminology which is related to the flower. Many name which is difficult. Second, structure of male gametophyte. Then development of male gametophyte. Third, structure of pollen grain. Next, function of pollen grain. After the function of pollen grain, next the structure of female gametophyte. Development of female gametophyte. After development of female gametophyte, then next topic is pollination and their types. After pollination and their types, next term is double fertilization. After double fertilization, next term which is development of embryo. After development of embryo, and then development of seed and then fruit. So following our topic which related to these chapters, and we will discuss all chapter. I will explain all the chapter with the concept or basic concepts. Clear? So first we take the structure of flower. Very easy, very common terms. Clear? So sexual reproduction is angiosperm plant. That means the sexual reproducing unit or reproductive part of angiosperm plants is flower. Clear? So flower possesses the following structure. First we divide its structure into two parts. First is the male structure and second is the female structure. Male structure consists by the stamen. Clear? Or we can bifurcate it. First part which is reproductive structures and second is called accessory structures. Clear? So first we will discuss about the structure of flower, and then I will again draw the ray diagram so you can easily understand. So first male reproductive part is stamen and female reproductive part which is carpel. Clear? First, male reproductive part. Stamen consists by two parts, anther and then filament. It is the upper lobe-like part is called anther, and lower filament or thread-like part, lower part which is filament-like, hair-like, it is called filament. It is male reproductive part. Clear? Filament not involved in the reproduction. So anther is important. Collectively, anther and filament is called stamen, and stamen is a male reproductive unit of angiosperm plant. So it is a male reproductive system. Female reproductive system consists by stigma, style and then ovary. The three structure, it is called female reproductive part. So female reproductive part or the carpel consists by stigma, style and then ovary in angiosperm plant. Clear? So it is main reproductive structures. Second, accessory reproductive structure which is helpful in reproduction, not involved in the reproduction, only the helpful in the reproductive part. These are petal, sepal, recipetal and thalamus. So first is the petal. The colorful part of flower is called petals. Clear? The colorful part of flower is called petals. Then green part, at the lower region, the green leafy structure is called sepal. The green leafy structure is called sepal, and then upper colored structure is called petal. It is accessory or associate reproductive part, and lower part which is thalamus, clear, which hold the complete flower. So it is called accessory or associate reproductive parts. So it is structure of reproductive unit in angiosperm plant which is flower in very easy manner. Clear? Again repeat. First, stamen, male reproductive part or male, consists by two, anther and then filament. Upper lobe-like structure is called anther and lower thread-like structure is called filament. Clear? Anther consists by microsporangium. Next, female reproductive part consists by stigma, style and ovary. Stigma, style and then ovary. Clear? Now next part, which is related to the function of these all flower parts. So first, in stamen, which consists by anther and filament. Anther, it is male reproductive unit, contain microsporangium, and then microsporangium undergo the gametogenesis and produce the pollen grain. So in simple, anther produce pollen grain. Clear? Filament, it hold the anther from base of the flower. Next part, stigma, style and ovary, female part. Stigma, the upper broader part is called stigma. These part, again I can draw it here. These part only receive pollen grain during the time of pollination. So stigma receive the pollen grain during the time of pollination. Clear? Also some other function which we will discuss in the next portion. The long tube-like structure is called style. Function of style, it provides the pathway for pollen tube. Clear? So after the formation of after the pollination, when the pollen grain transfer on the stigma, clear, stigma provide the nutrition to the pollen grain, then pollen grain germinate and produce a long pollen tube. These pollen tube travel from the stigma region, travel through the style and then enter into the embryo sac. So the style provide passage for the pollen tube, or we can say the style provide the passage for the male gametes. Clear? So it is a very common function, but it is a very important in case of NEET and in case of other board examination. Clear? So again repeat, the stigma, upper broader area. Second, it provide landing platform for the pollen grain, and also we can say it provide the nutrition. Second, style, long tube-like structure which start from stigma and before the ovary, it is called style. It provides just a passage or pathway for pollen tube. Third, lower broader area is called ovary. Clear? These lower area which is called ovary contain the ovules and then which further develop into the female gametophyte, and many events takes place in the ovary. So it is the lower part is the ovary and male reproductive part is ovary. Clear? So it is a function of reproductive parts. Next we take the accessory parts in angiosperm plants: petal, sepal and thalamus. As I explained that thalamus just hold the complete flower. Clear? It is a bag-like structure, so it holds the complete flower. Sepal and then petal. Petal, as we know, colored part. It is a colorful part or colored part of the flower. It fascinates the insects for pollination. The speciality or function of petals, it just fascinate or it attract the insects for pollination. Clear? Sepal, it is a greeny leaf-like structure which present at the lower part. In some cases, it also helpful in the photosynthesis. So it is the sepal, petal and the reproductive part, and it is complete flower or angiosperm flower. Before we going to start the sexual reproduction angiosperm plants, as you have to know as per your previous class that angiosperm is the class of a developed class. Clear? As per classification in plants, it is the last or developed class which further divide into the monocot and then dicot. So we discuss about the angiosperm plants and structure. Clear? So first is topic complete, which is structure of flower with functions. Clear? So in next class we will take the structure of male gametophyte, that means half. First of all, we take the structure of anther. In anther, we will discuss about the structure of microsporangium. These microsporangium consist by the many cells, and then many cells in which these cells undergo the meiosis and produce the gametes. So two topics we will take in the next class, which is structure of male gametophyte and then development of the male gametophyte. Clear? Thank you for watching my class.